Hi, nobodies. It's me again. So I'm winging it today, and those of you that don't watch me, which is everybody, um, I kind of do that anyway. And you probably say, why make a video? Why not? What else am I doing? Um, Today was a good day, I suppose. Had little breaks here and there where it wasn't so great, but for the most part, it was a good day. I ate stuff and I got under 135 pounds. Finally, I busted that. Now I've got to work towards busting 130. And then so on and so forth until I'm down to 0. No, I don't want to get that thin. I'm already a 0. And I don't want to be a size 0. I think 2 is probably the limit on how thin I should get. And I kind of want a booty. Kinda. Not a whole lot, because I like being able to say that I wear a size 2, and if I got a booty, I wouldn't be able to wear a size 2 whenever I get there, because I can't wear a size 2 right now. I'm still at like 9. And it's weird. When I was 13, 14 years old, 9 was like the thin number. Like I think Cindy Crawford was a size 7, so that was like the ultimate goal for me. And now, when I'm a size 7, I don't necessarily feel fat, but I don't feel fit. you know, it's weird how that works. Because she's a tall girl, but size 7, of course, I think that size 7s are bigger than they used to be. I think they changed the sizing at some point. I'll have to Google that. Because we got this lovely thing called Google. So, I received a phone call from one of my friends today, and it was the only phone call I received. And one message. Did I say? I don't think I did. I actually had to block a friend on Facebook. Now, see, do you realize what you have to do to get me to block you on Facebook? I mean, seriously, I rarely block anybody. But this guy, he's like ultra Christian, okay? Now, I can hold my own in debates with Christians. I know, I've read the Bible, I've been to churches, done all that. So, I can hold my own about scripture and stuff. And I don't mind debating what one passage means or anything like that. It doesn't bother me. And a lot of those people wouldn't know that I'm Muslim because I wouldn't tell them. It's not something I just volunteer because to me, it's not like something that I feel like I have to talk about to people when I meet them. I mean, people who know me know. But when I'm just having a conversation with somebody that I don't know that well, I don't bring it up. Just like when I was a deist, I didn't bring that up. When I was a Christian, I wouldn't say I'm Christian. No, because it's like one little facet of me that you don't really have to do anything to be that. It's not like something that I'm like, hey, I got to be this. I worked really hard and I got my Christianity. No, you just have to believe. Anyway, he and I had the discussion on a couple of occasions. Him talking about everything that Muslims believe is wrong. I'm going to burn in hell. And, I've heard all that before. I mean, Christians have said that to me before, that if I don't follow Jesus, I'm in trouble. That's their belief. I respect that. I don't tell them, I don't tell anybody, Jesus is just a prophet, unless they ask. I mean, if they ask, I'll say, well, in Islam, Jesus is just a prophet. You don't follow Jesus, you follow God or Allah, which is the same entity, and they cannot grasp that it's the same. But anyway, where he's at, I get that most of the Muslims he meets, they are not the type of Muslim I am. Culture affects things, but I'm sure that none of them are raising their kids to be killers, or to be bad people. That's just something that happens when they get to a certain age. But I had told him, hey, don't come at me about that until you've read the Quran. Don't come at me about my religion until you've actually studied it. If you've actually studied it, then you can talk to me about it. And he's like, well, you need to read the Bible again. And I'm like, I've read it twice. And he's like, well, you need to read it a third time because then you'll see. And, I took that. I stated my case that, hey, dude, does it really matter? Thank you for being concerned about my soul, but let me worry about my soul, because it's my soul. And if I say that my soul wants to park its shell in a mosque, then that is where my soul is going to park its shell. I don't have to listen to anybody else. And frankly, if God is a forgiving God, if the faith I believe in is wrong, he's going to forgive me. As long as I wasn't a bad person. Isn't that the ultimate goal, that you're a good person? Does it really matter if you're praying to a certain specific named deity? It's like, are you being a good person? Do no harm. Help who you can. I'm pretty sure you can be an atheist and get into heaven that way, if heaven exists. I've never been real sure about that one, because I don't believe everything I read, because man wrote it. And man likes to put in the good stuff and leave out the bad, or change the bad stuff to fit their needs. And then you've got, of course, translations. Translation of a translation of a translation is not going to be very accurate. So, anyway, the other day, he starts sending me these religious rants. And the first one I got, I was thumbs up. Thumbs up. Let him know I saw it. And then he's like, oh, you ain't talking to me? And, he's like, I'm trying to save your soul, and so on and so forth. And I was like, I already stated my case. I have been respectful to your beliefs. Please do me the same courtesy to respect my belief. And he wouldn't. So I was like, you know what? I know he's mental. And I know he's got this big thing about being rejected, but what the hell? I said, please respect my decision. It's not like I'm out there murdering babies. I just worship in a mosque. It's like, I am not out doing bad things just because the people you've met. I don't judge Christians because they're Christians. I judge a person by the person. It's the person by person thing. I've met nice Christians. I've met shitty Christians. Same with Muslims. I've met good ones and bad ones. I haven't met any bad ones, but I've met some that I wasn't too fond of. But, I have never, the whole time I've been a Muslim, I have never tried to convert anybody. I have never sat there and said to a Christian or a Jewish person or an agnostic or an atheist, oh, you need to come to my mosque. You need to come. You need to come find Islam. You will love it. If you don't, you're going to burn in hell. I never. Because from what I understand about my religion, as long as you believe and you're a good person, you don't necessarily have to believe the book. You just have to believe in the Creator and be a decent person. Do the right thing. That's all it really takes. You're supposed to pray 5 times a day. I've never been devout at anything. I figure once a day is good enough, maybe twice a day. And I don't feel like I have to face a certain direction either. That's just my personal opinion. I didn't grow up in that, and I've never been good with directions, so can't really follow that too well. So, but I've never told somebody, you have to believe what I believe. But I have told them to read the Quran, just as I would tell them to read the Bible. I mean, it's not like those are bad things to read. It's not a bad thing to read. You're not going to be Islamic if you read the Quran and like it. You can still be Christian and have read it. Just like you can still be Christian and read the Book of Mormon. You can read it. I've never read it because that whole thing to me, but that's their thing. I mean, I don't care if your religion is playing with your shit. I am not going to tell you you are wrong for that. I might not be able to control my facial expression at the ew that pops into my head, but I respect that if that's how you find peace, go get your peace. Because God made you special. Yeah, they made you real special. But I'm not going to knock it. I'm not going to say, oh, you're wrong. You're wrong for believing what you believe, No, I can't tell somebody. It's not one size fits all. I mean, it's not. It's people want different things. To get the message, they're not going to hear it the same way. It's not going to take the same type of aha moment either, when they find what they're looking for. Because I think a lot of us do go kind of looking at a certain point in our life to say, hey, I need this to make sense to me. I need to achieve peace or faith, or, I need to strengthen my faith. I need to really believe in something. So a lot of people go looking for that. And, when they find it, who am I to say that it's wrong? I mean, as long as they're not diddling kids and committing crimes, I can't say they're wrong. And I respect that. And all I expect out of people is to have the same respect for me, that I chose what I chose, and you choose whatever works for you. And, I can appreciate that a person is a good person, and I don't care if that good person I'm hanging out with, I don't care what religion they are, because I don't really talk about it. It's not a big part of my life, because growing up, the one constant was do the right thing. The golden rule, and seeing the example that my family would put out to help people when they could help them. All of those things are good things. And so, are you really going to throw a person away or push them away because they have a different belief than you? It's silly, as long as you know that they're not a bad person. So that's my bit on that, and have a good night.